The words hot smoked and the regal wood roasted salmon refer to the temperature that the salmon is smoked at after the curing process. It's fantastic in pizzas, risottos, pasta. Today it's going with potato rosti. Potatoes here that I've already cooked. Now I use waxy potatoes. There's no good reason for that except that I like them, and I like the fact that the waxiness makes them glue together when you're cooking them, but they still maintain their flakes, as opposed to a floury potato which will end up a little bit like a mashed potato. So they've obviously been peeled, they've been cooked, and then, as all good Swiss would do, they've been in the fridge too, just to sit overnight, just making them nice and cool, which helps to keep the rosti together really. Work basically on about 1 to 2 medium-sized potatoes per person. Okay, now the fun part, a little bit of salt and pepper onto that. Now all I'm going to do is just shape these into discs the size you want. They're fabulous for canapes as well. You can do them nice and small, put your smoked salmon, whatever else you like, on top of it, or you can do them this size, serve them for brunch, for lunch, or a Sunday night tea. Essentially, that's all you have to do, but what I find is that sometimes the potatoes tends to fall apart a little bit in the pan, so to safeguard myself against that, I'm just going to put also a little bit of flour, and it's almost not even a sprinkling, it's just the tiniest amount that you just pat over the surface. That will help with good colour and also to help them with staying together. Just turn it over. If they start to fall apart, don't panic, just push them back together. Okay, they're looking good, so now it's into the pan. Okay, the pan's hot, I've got some oil in there. Make sure you use an oil that can cope with a high heat, such as a rice bran oil or canola oil. Then we're going to very carefully lift these in. And while we're cooking in oil, I'm just going to put a dot of butter on top of each one as well. I love butter and potatoes. Now we're going to let them cook for about 5 minutes each side. You want them to be golden, crisp and delicious, but don't let them overcook, so keep an eye on them. We can see the edges of the potato are nice and golden, so let's turn them over. Taking care to keep them in a beautiful shape. Okay, these are looking gorgeous and golden, ready to serve. Let's just lift them out. Now if you like, you can just give it a little sit on a paper towel for a moment or two. Be really careful. While they are robust to a degree, you don't want them to completely fall apart. So just gentle handling. Slide it there onto a plate. Now for our toppings. First up, let's put on some avocado and some red onion. Gorgeous flavour, but beautiful colour as well. And speaking of colour and flavour, let's add some tomato. Just a few slices, like that. And salmon. As you can see, it just flakes so beautifully. Just use your fingers, just pull it apart, pile it on top like so. And to finish off, I'll go for some coriander leaves. It looks gorgeous, ready for a Saturday brunch. For this recipe and more, go to foodlovers.co.nz.